So today I'm going to show you guys the new Fotga A7 field monitor. Let's check it out. So what's up everybody, my name is Glen and I want to welcome you to my channel. If you are new here, I would ask please consider hitting that subscribe button down below, as well as that bell for future notifications. And if at the end of this video you did find it helpful, please hit that thumbs up as it helps both this video and this channel out. And as always, if you have any kind of questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I love to hear from you guys. I love to be able to answer your questions and know that this video is making some sort of impact. So before we dive into today's review, I do have to say that Fotga did send me this monitor for review. However, this will be my honest opinion and nobody is going to be reviewing this video prior to me uploading it to YouTube. As well as all the links down in the description below are Amazon affiliate links. So I will make a small commission off of anything that you guys purchase from those links, which will cost you no extra versus you going to Amazon by yourself. But it does help this channel out and helps me to produce content like this in the future. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's review now that we got all of that legal stuff out of the way. So this is the Fotga A7 monitor. I've been using it for a few weeks now. Fotga sent it to me, and I do already have the Fotga A50TL, which I did do a review on that a few months back. I will leave a link down in the description below for that, as well as have a notification card pop up. But this monitor is very much similar to that monitor. I mean, as far as looks and build quality, it is almost exactly the same. A few of the buttons and inputs and stuff like that are in a few different positions than what they were on the A50 monitor, but other than that, it is very, very similar, which is a good thing, because if you watch that review, you will see how happy I am with that monitor. And I was very happy to receive this one, because about the time that Fotga sent me this monitor, I was just thinking to myself, I have the 5-inch, which is great for out in the field and things like that, for run and gun style stuff where I don't want a huge monitor on my camera or on my gimbal, and I needed something a little bit bigger for you know, corporate shoots or whenever I'm doing videos like this for YouTube, just to be able to see a wider picture and be able to see what's in focus and my exposure and all those sort of things. So we're going to go ahead and dive in first to what all the specifications are on this monitor. And so to begin with that, the Fotga A7 has 4 different versions of this monitor. The first is just the A7, which is a standard monitor. Has no touchscreen or anything like that. Then there's the A7T, which adds touchscreen. Then the A7TL, which is what this version is, and the TL adds LUT support. And then there is the A7TLS, which adds SDI support. So that is the difference. I know sometimes that's a little bit confusing. I did have a lot of comments on my A50 monitor review that people weren't exactly sure what all the different numbers were, but that's the basic rundown of it. So the Fotga A7 has a 7-inch IPS touchscreen display. It's got a 178 degree viewing angle. It's 1920 by 1080p and is 450 nit, which, just like I said in my Fotga A50 video, to give you guys some kind of reference of how bright that is, because I know a lot of that sort of thing can be confusing, especially if you get kind of a beginner style monitor or you're just getting into getting monitors. 450 nit. My MacBook Pro here, which is a 2018 model, is about 500 nit at its brightest. So this is about 50 nit less, but that tells you it's fairly bright. Now, for outdoor use, it's not necessarily going to be where you can be full on sun and you're going to be able to see everything that is on this monitor, although it does come with a very cool sun shield, which I will show you guys in just a few minutes. But it's got a 1200:1 contrast ratio. It accepts 4K input, and it does send that out through 4K out. And it's got this particular model, which is the TL, and also the TLS has 3D LUT support. So it comes with 5 built-in LUTs and has up to 8 importable user LUTs as well. So as far as features go, it has some pretty standard features when it comes to what you need in a monitor. I mean, not all of them come with it, but definitely what you want to make sure that you do have in a monitor. It has false colors. It has 2 different levels of false colors. It has histogram, focus peaking, zebras, you got safety markers, and it does also do an anamorphic mode, which is pretty cool. So if you're using some kind of anamorphic lens, then you are able to do some de-squeezing and stuff like that to be able to get a true look at that. So it has pinch to zoom because it is touchscreen. So again, if you get the A70 model, it does not have pinch to zoom, but the T and TL and TLS all have pinch to zoom. It's got a scroll wheel up here on the top to be able to scroll through all the menu options. It's got 7 programmable buttons across the top here. And so you can set those to whatever your main features are, so you can quickly turn them on and off if you don't want to use the touchscreen. It's got dual NPF battery support here, which this is a very cool feature. I mean, the fact that you can hot swap the batteries is really cool in itself, so you can always have your monitor on, but it also has for DC in and DC out. So if you are using your dual NPF batteries here, and say you have a camera that consumes quite a bit of power, like I know the Blackmagic does, some of the Sonys do, then you can send DC out through like a dummy battery or something like that into your camera and be able to supply a lot of power to your camera for a continuous amount of time, as well as provide power for the monitor. So it's also got HDMI in and HDMI out here in the back. That is convenient because not only can you send a signal from your camera to your monitor, but then you can also send a signal out to another monitor. So if you're using this on like a rig or something like that, if you're building out a fairly large rig, then you can send it to another monitor for somebody else to be able to view. Or if you're using like say Fotga's EVF, you can have it going out to your EVF and be able to use either the EVF or the monitor. So really cool. It's got USB to upgrade the firmware, which they do add quite a few features through the firmware. I know the Fotga A50 at the time of this video is getting ready to release a new firmware for that, which will be taking up the brightness of the monitor up quite a bit to something that's pretty close to usable full-on daylight. So that is awesome as well. So even when you get this monitor, the features that it has now, just note that it may have more future features down the road. And so it also has here a support for their JTZ link. I don't have one, haven't had one, but it is a sort of camera control that can mount on either side of the monitor. This monitor also has quarter 20 mounts on the 3 sides, both sides and the bottom. It also has 3/8 holes on those sides as well, which do come with adapters, so you can use quarter 20 mounts on those as well if you want to down convert them to that. So now one of the other cool features, like I mentioned earlier, is this sunshade. So this sunshade just snaps right on the front of the monitor, just like that. And this is really cool for several reasons. For one, it helps to protect the screen so you can store it like this. I put this right into my case, my Pelican style case with my Panasonic S1, as well as all the other things that I need when I'm on the road. And I don't have to worry about something scratching up the screen or banging up the screen or cracking the screen, anything like that. And that is really cool compared to what you get for most monitors in this price range. Most monitors have like just a fabric style sunshade that goes over the monitor, and just it sticks to the monitor with double-sided Velcro tape. And you always have to take it on and always have to take it off. Eventually the tape comes off, you lose the sunshade, and then it's no good anymore unless you're working indoors. But this secures it to the monitor, keeps it in one piece, because you don't ever have to take this off. You can leave it on all the time if you want, but it helps to keep from losing that sunshade. And what's really cool is, so this sunshade just flips out like that, and there you go. Now you have really cool sunshade. Looks very professional, looks very clean, and is very, very strong, very convenient. So that is definitely a really cool feature of this monitor. And the second really cool feature, and both these things are available on the A50 series as well, which I totally love and I use all the time. But the second cool feature is the cold shoe mount that comes with this monitor. So this cold shoe mount is a bit different than most that you get, especially for something in this price range. But it has these rosettes on the ends of it, and those matching rosettes are here on the monitor as well, on the sides and the bottom. And what that does is, when you tighten up this cold shoe mount to the monitor, it locks it in place, so as you move the monitor, which it moves very well, it does not loosen up. Because I have other light accessories, other things that use cold shoe mounts, and whenever you have to move that monitor, it's constantly loosening up that cold shoe, and then the thing just starts flopping around. So this is really, really cool. Definitely, I mean, you can check out any other review on this monitor or any other review on the A50, and everybody raves about that. That's how good it is. It would be cool if it was made out of metal, but at this price point, you definitely can't complain about this cold shoe mount. It is really, really cool. So that's it for this review. Congratulations, you made it to the end, which I know some of my videos can be very long, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out. And again, if you have any kind of questions or comments, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And until then, I will see you on the next one.